يفقهوا قولي. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. Inshallah, barakallahu feekum for tuning in again to the short Wednesday night reminder. We'll just wait for a few more people to jump on, inshallah. And as usual, for those that have been watching my videos, we'd like to take the first couple of minutes to get people to engage, inshallah, on social media, wait for people to jump on. So inshallah, feel free to jump on, feel free to like, comment and share where you're watching from. It's good to know where our audience is watching from. It's good to get some engagement, during COVID-19. Maybe we're not engaging with others as much as we should. So this is a good way, inshallah, to do so. So feel free, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, to jump on, to share. Wallahi, something on the side note while we're waiting for people to comment and share. I'd like to make a special thank you to Granville Youth Association for allowing us to come on board. Tabarakallah, we're seeing the great work they're doing from last week where we had the laptop out here in the front with the camera. Tabarakallah, 3 different cameras running. Alhamdulillah, lighting, great quality. It goes to show that we're really taking it to the next level. Throughout COVID-19, obviously the digital world, as everyone, for the most part, is stuck at home, whether they're doing Zoom sessions, whether they're learning online, interacting with others online. So I'm sure next week will be even a bigger week, a better week with, inshallah, we look forward to that. So if you haven't jumped on and liked, commented and shared, do so now, inshallah. I'll make sure to do that as well, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Let's see where our viewers are watching from, inshallah.
هو 1 ميجا بت بير سكند. انت تطلعها اتش ولا فول اتش ولا شلون تطلعها؟ شلون تطلعها؟
So something I wanted to share today was very light reminder. I know Tabarakallah we've probably been overloaded with all different kinds of reminders throughout the last maybe month or so. Everyone now is online, and we've been having a few discussions with a few different people. And there was a saying that's come up on social media. We're living in a day and age, especially now with everything moving online, where we're drowning in information, but we're starving for wisdom. Right? So now, Tabarakallah, we're seeing lots of information jumping online. Right, every minute of the day, every hour, there's a different segment from a different mosque, from a different association, from a different organization, giving a reminder, everyone jumping on. So Tabarakallah, now we're drowning in information. Now we've got too much choice. What should I tune into? What should I listen to? So Alhamdulillah, this is a good thing, right? But let's try as much as we can with the information that we're taking in. Let's try to do something with this. Let's try and implement this. Right? This is the key. For those that may have listened to my talk, I like to take it, back to the basics, make it super simple, because I believe, we need to go back to those basics, and those basics, they need to be implemented. We could have all the knowledge in the world, and if it's not being implemented, then we have a problem. So make sure, my brothers and sisters, for those who are watching, inshallah, make sure that you implement the knowledge that you learn. Right? It's something that I highly encourage. Right? Watching hours and hours and hours of motivation videos, or hours and hours and hours of the seerah. I read this week, yes, I watched this. Try and minimize that information, but try and maximize on what is actually being implemented, and you'll see your life change. You'll see your life change for the better, inshallah. I wanted to share with us, inshallah, a very small hadith. And this is something that one of our scholars mentioned to us a couple of weeks ago, subhanAllah, maybe even a couple of months ago, actually, before all of this happened. Where one of the companions,
they're talking in the background, so I think someone's mic is on.
And he said, if there was to be, an information to suffice us, what would it be, right? In this particular hadith, the Sheikh related to us, right? And I wanted to relate it to our online audience. So Abu Dharr radiallahu anhu, he said that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam had said, right, ittaqillah haythuma kunt. We might say on our lips we fear Allah Azza wa Jal, but we need to implement this fear through our actions. We need to turn this from just lip service to limb service. So we need to implement this, inshallah. And then وَاتْبِعَ السَّيِّئَةَ الْحَسَنَةَ تَمْحُهَا. So make sure when we commit a bad deed, because we're humans, we make mistakes. This is perfectly fine. This is the nature of a human, to make a mistake. So when we make a mistake, my brother and sister, make sure to wipe it out with a good deed. So no problem. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, has given us a beautiful advice. He said, fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wherever you are. But if we make a mistake, which we will, then make sure to wipe it out with a good deed. Allahu Akbar. So that's the second part, the second advice in this hadith. And then the last part, وَخَالِقِ النَّاسِ بِخُلْقٍ حَسَنٍ. And treat people and behave with people with good character. And this, my brothers and sisters, is very important. This, my brothers and sisters, is super important. We could once again have memorized the Quran. We can be doing so much good work, so much charitable work, so much humanitarian work. We could have, read volumes and volumes of books, and, we could be, tabarakallah, ones that we can regurgitate different ayat and different ahadith, bang, 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 very fast. But if we don't have great manners, if we don't have good manners, and we don't treat people with good manners, wallahi, they'll see our actions, they'll see our mannerisms, and they will flee away from us, they will run away from us. What you could be saying, my brother and sister, could be right. The dalil could be right, the evidence could be right. But, we're harming our people, we're harming our brothers and sisters, right? We're harming humanity with our words and with our actions. So this information, if it's right or not, will fall on deaf ears. So it's important, my brother and sister, and the reminder is for myself first and foremost, is to fear Allah Azza wa Jal wherever we are. And if we make a mistake, and it could be very easy now to make a mistake, now that we're cooped up at home, now we're on our devices, right? Lots of hours. I was speaking to one of the brothers yesterday when we were getting a juice, and I asked him, how long are you online for? Have a look on your app and see how long you're online. He jumped on his phone on his daily average, and what happened? He saw that he was on for 11 hours. Allahu Akbar, in one day, that's just on his phone. This particular brother, he's studying as well in uni. So imagine on his laptop, how many hours he's on for. Allahu Akbar. So, just 11 hours. Now, we might, slip. We might jump onto, a video on YouTube, and that video has, other suggested videos, and then we jump from one platform to another platform. I jump on Snapchat and Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. I've wasted so many hours. This is a waste of time. And we're all guilty of this, my brothers and sisters. We're not saying stop straight away, stop cold turkey. But if we're going to make a mistake, as the Prophet of Allah ﷺ says, straight away wipe it out with a good deed. No problem. Give a charity. Do some dhikr. If we're stuck at home and we can't do too much, for example, do some dhikr. No problem. Make istighfar. Thank Allah Azza wa Jal for the blessing He's given us. Alhamdulillah, we know that we're going to break our fast, alhamdulillah, in Australia every night. Alhamdulillah. Let's say this on our tongues, right? If I can give a charity, if I've got a money box, give $1 in charity after I've done a sin. And then the last piece of the hadith was, and when you deal with people, right, deal with them in the best of ways. And so this can come down to our family members as well, my brothers and sisters. Imagine now we're cooped up, right, in front of our families for hours and hours and hours on end. If we have to work from home now, Allahu Akbar. Imagine I'm seeing my wife, I'm seeing my baby, my wife is stressed because of the baby's crying, and then there's many kids, and then, she asked me something, and I'm stressed because I haven't been able to go out, I haven't been able to work from home, and now I'm hearing crying, I'm hearing screaming, I'm hearing shouting. I need to deal with my family in the best of ways. I need to deal with my wife in the best of ways. I need to deal with my children in the best of ways. I need to deal with my parents in the best of ways, and my neighbors and my friends and the community as a whole in the best of ways. And I can guarantee you, my brother and sister who's watching, I can guarantee you, inshallah, if we start changing ourselves first, if we start changing our character and our mannerisms, and we really try hard, because it's not easy. If we try really hard to implement this hadith, fearing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wiping out the bad deed with a good deed, and dealing with people in the best of ways, I can guarantee you we will have barakah in our time. I can guarantee you that Allah Azza wa Jal will be pleased with us. And what more do we want in this short life that we're living, my brothers and sisters, than Allah Azza wa Jal to be pleased with us? So I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to accept this small reminder. I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to allow us to implement what we learn. And this is the key, my brothers and sisters. If we're going to take anything from today other than the hadith, inshallah, take whatever you're going to consume in knowledge, especially if it's going to be online now, seeing that we might be stuck at home for a bit longer. Make sure that I'm taking the quality and not quantity. Make sure that I'm implementing what I learn. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Barakallahu feekum.